Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing statistical distributions in our BSc Physics Thermal and Statistical Physics course. So before going to that, let us briefly define what is statistical mechanics. What is statistical mechanics? We know statistical mechanics is a branch of study that considers the overall behavior of the system. Overall behavior of the system by studying the properties of the particles constituting the system. Particles constituting. Say particles constituting the system. Okay. In other words, it doesn't care about the individual properties of particles. It will take into account the general or the most probable value. So we will write, however, it does not take into account the interactions or actual motions of individual particles. So what does it do? Let us see. It takes into account what the most possible, or let us say probable outcome to determine the macro state of the system. Now here, what is macro state? So macro state of a system is the state which is obtained by direct measurement. Like suppose you are having an object, you are having a system, you want to measure its temperature. That can be easily done. So that will be called a macro state. Whereas the distribution of particles inside a system, that is a micro state which you are not able to see, which you are doing indirect measurements. So what can be directly measured correspond to macro state of the system. I hope I am clear. Now let us, what does this imply? This implies that when you are talking about a large number of particles and you cannot take into account the individual behaviors to define a system, what you will do, you will take a statistical approach to get the overall property of the system. That's which we have meant in the previous slides. Now let us assume that we are having a system of, consider a system of total energy E. And now what is this total energy? How many members are there in the system? How many number of particles? There are n members, or let us say n number of particles. Okay, and this system is in equilibrium at temperature T. Now here we will use statistical mechanics to find out how many particles are existing with energies E1, E2 and so on. So we are having n number of particles or n number of members, total n, and this is the individual energy state of the particles. So particles having energy epsilon 1, particles having epsilon 2. So how many number of particles are there in each energy state can be found out using the knowledge of statistical mechanics. So before we are going to calculate that, we will make some basic assumptions. Something like we have done in kinetic theory of gases, which is a +2 level step. Hope you remember, where we assume something to make a calculation. Similar to that. Here, what is the assumption? First assumption is particles interact, but not strongly. But not strongly. That means they may have interactions, but they do not affect each other's properties. So that sort of interaction is there. So more than one particle state may correspond to same energy. Okay. That means an energy state can have more than one particle. Now, there are W different ways in which particles can be arranged among the available states. So, we are having so many states like epsilon 1, epsilon 2, epsilon 3 and so on. And there are so many particles, N1, N2, N3 maybe. Then there are W different ways in which particles can be arranged. And the last assumption, which is very important, is each state is equally likely to be occupied. Okay. Now, if this is the condition, then the number of particles of energy epsilon. Epsilon is given by equal to Ne Ge Fe. Now, Na is the number of particles of energy epsilon. That is, and this is understandable. Now, what is this Ge and Fe? That we will find out. Ge is the number of states with energy epsilon. In other words, it is also known as statistical weight corresponding to energy E. Corresponding to energy epsilon. Now, what is Fe? Fe can be written as distribution function. That is how the average number of particles. The average number of particles in each state is also equal to probability of occupancy of each state. That is, so here when you want to find out n, so this is the natural thing. What you are having? when you want to find out number of particles of energy E, first you will say number of states of energy E and the distribution function. How particles are distributed or average number of particles in each energy state. Then only you will get the total number of particles in a particular energy state. So there, as we have discussed before, there can be more than one energy states corresponding to same energy. So there can be number of states with energy. That is the statistical weight, and this is the distribution. How particles are distributed, or the average number of particles in each energy state. So that is the equation. Now, based on the statistics, we classify particles into three types. Three types of distributions. Now, what are these three types of distributions? That we will discuss today. So let us make a column. Then it will be easy. This is MB statistics, which is also known as Maxwell-Boltzmann. And this is BE, Bose-Einstein. And the last one is Fermi-Dirac. Is the FD statistics. FD. So in all these cases, what do you discuss? They are all what? Identical particles. Today we will be discussing about MB statistics in particular. So we will say they are distinguishable. Distinguishable means like particles in a gas. Particles, let us say in a gas cylinder or in a volume. So gas molecules in a volume. So what will happen? They are well separated. So that is well separated. So this is what they are identical, distinguishable and well. So here Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac, this is same. Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac are different in this context. Because in Bose-Einstein, this indistinguishable. This is also indistinguishable. Again, there is some other difference. The difference is they are having integral spin. It's a half integral spin. Then this will have do not obey Pauli's exclusion principle. Let us say. Obey Pauli's. So that is the major difference. So all of them are identical particles. MB statistics actually is sort of a classical type of thing where this molecules are distinguishable and very less interaction. So less overlap of the wave functions. But again, let me tell you one thing. This so therefore, this is the major difference. Is that Maxwell-Boltzmann actually is a borderline between classical and quantum statistics. Because Boltzmann is supposed to be one of the founding fathers of statistical mechanics, and this probability distribution concept also was so as to say introduced by him or used by him, even though he was not recognized at that time. But still, its contribution is something which every statistical mechanics student should remember with respect. Okay, so this is it. So, and we have actually found out that there are three types of distribution based on the statistics. So, what are those distributions? They are Maxwell-Boltzmann known as MB, Bose-Einstein known as BE, and Fermi-Dirac. So Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac are similar in one way, is that They are indistinguishable particles. Of course, they are not similar because their other properties are different. Bose-Einstein does not obey Pauli's exclusion principle like Fermi-Dirac, and the particles associated are different. This is associated with photons and phonons, and this is associated with electrons. Whereas MB particles, for the time being, are good enough for us to derive all the different types of velocities and for the other mathematical purposes in this chapter. So this is it. Thank you.